Hey guys, my name's Adam, your friendly Sasquatch, and today we're doing a quick video review of the NiteCore NU33. And this is an update to NiteCore's very popular NU32. Sasquatch, and today we're doing a quick video review of the NiteCore NU33. And this is an update to NiteCore's very popular NU32. And other than just a minor name change, there are a fair number of improvements in the performance and capability of this light, so definitely worth checking out. Now this is NiteCore's 700 lumens USB-C rechargeable headlamp. And headlamps are great because, whenever you're working outside at a construction site, on the car, under the hood in the garage, a lot of times you need some light and you need your hands free because you're trying to look at what you're working on. And that's where a headlamp like this can be really helpful. So let's go ahead and take a look at what you get in the box real quick, the size and weight, and then how this light actually works. In the box itself, of course, you get the headlamp itself, the NU33, the USB-A to USB-C charging cable, just in case you didn't have one. Then, of course, the obligatory warranty card and instructions, which you won't need since you're watching this video review. You'll know everything there is to know about this light. So that's everything you get when you order one of these lights. Just a quick side note before we move on, the battery is included in the light itself. It doesn't come separately or anything like that, which is great because whenever you order an electronic device, it sucks when the battery doesn't come included. When I got this unit, it was mostly charged, but I went ahead and threw it on a charger so it was fully charged for this video review. Now the battery in this particular unit is sealed. It's not removable like some of NiteCore's flashlights. That's perfectly fine with me. I don't really need to be swapping out my batteries in my headlamp. But if that's something you're wondering about, the battery in this light is integrated permanently into the frame. Let's quickly go over the size and weight of this particular light. It is 2.45 inches or 62.3 millimeters long, 1.81 inches wide or 46 millimeters, and 1.4 inches thick or 35.6 millimeters. And the light is a nice and lightweight 3.7 ounces, which it's a really nice lightweight feel in the hand. I am going to say that since your head isn't used to having something on it other than maybe a real lightweight ball cap, it is really important that a headlamp to be very lightweight. And for a 700 lumens light, I think this fits the bill. I've definitely noticed some headlamps where it feels like you're strapping a brick to your forehead, and this is definitely light enough that it doesn't feel like that. You can definitely tell it's on your head. 3.37 ounces is a lot more than you're used to carrying around. But again, for a high performance, fully rechargeable 700 lumen headlamp, I think it's a very good balance between performance and weight. So overall, a nice compact light. As you can see, if I put it in the palm of my hand, it is really quite compact. Let's quickly go over the features of the light, then we'll go over how the light actually works. In the center here, we have a 700 lumens light, very bright and floody. We'll get this outside a little bit later so you can see the beam throw and the color and how it works in a real world outdoor setting. So that's the first mode. And then you just click the mode button on the left here to get into the lower mode or the auxiliary white. Again, we'll go over how we get into all these modes in a little bit. And then finally, we have the red light, which is great for not blowing out in your night vision, reading maps or, just doing stuff outside, hunting, any kind of outdoor activity like that. So overall, good mix of capabilities. The light is drop tested to 1 meter. The light is IP66 rated, which means splash proof, dust proof, all that good stuff. It's not going to be a dive light. It's not submersible to a meter or anything like that. It's mainly intended for, dropping in a puddle, and it's raining outside, the light will be just fine. The flood beam is 100 degrees, and again, like I said, we'll get this outside, but 100 degrees field of view, so that's pretty good. And it has a full adjustability, so when it's on the head, you can tilt the light in kind of 15-degree increments until it's pointed straight down, which is quite nice, especially if you're working on a car or something like that. And then if you need to tilt it up, the light doesn't actually tilt up, but you just put the light on upside down with the head straps, and then now the light can tilt up. So very versatile in its use case and applications. I really like the setup of this particular light. All plastic construction with rubber buttons and an aluminum frame. So all the pivots and stuff are on reinforced aluminum pivots, so that's all really nice. And the headband is fully adjustable, so if you have a pinhead like me, you just suck this thing down. Or if you have a really big head or want to put this over a hard hat or something like that, the headband is plenty big to accommodate larger heads or hats. Like I said earlier, this light is based on the NiteCore NU32, which was a great design. It took everything that was working well and improved it for the NU33 with updated technology. As we said earlier, this light is USB-C rechargeable, and it takes about 1.5 hours to fully recharge this light from a complete dead state. The USB charging port is on the bottom of the light underneath the flap and has been rubberized to be water resistant. To check the battery status of this light, just quickly press the mode button and you'll see the 4 blue LEDs light up, each one representing 25% state of charge. So if only 2 LEDs light up, you know that this headlamp has about 50% charge left. Now this light does have a lot of brightness modes and features, so I'm going to do real quick is just quickly go through the different brightness modes that we have available, and then I'll show you how to get into each mode and special feature. So first up at the very low mode, which is on the side here, it's going to be 6 lumens and run for 147 hours. Hitting the power button once moves this up to 50 lumens, which will run for 47 hours, and this is great for most work that you'll do within arm's reach. Switching between the 3 LEDs, all we have to do is hit the mode button. Now we're over on the red light, which is 13 lumens and will run for 26 hours, which is pretty good. And 13 lumens is almost too bright, but I think for most people it's going to work really well. And the nice thing about red is it doesn't blow up your night vision. Hitting the mode button again, now we're on the main primary beam here, and there's 3 brightnesses for the main white beam here. First is the medium 60 lumens mode, which will run for 30 hours. Hitting the power button, now we're in the 200 lumens mode that will run for 6 hours, which is really good. I mean, just a couple years ago, 200 lumens was a high performance flashlight. Now we have that in a rechargeable headlamp that can run for 6 hours. Hitting the power button one more time, now we're at 700 lumens, which will run for 4 hours, which is just ridiculous. For a headlamp that weighs less than 4 ounces, to have 700 lumens of output and run for over 4 hours is pretty remarkable. So again, we have the 60 lumens, 200 lumens, and 700 lumens. So this headlamp truly does cover all the possible use case scenarios you would have. And then when you're in the red LED, just hit the power button to turn on the blinking red light. And the blinking red light could be great for walking or something like that when you're outside at night, to make sure that other people in cars can see you. Now there's a couple more emergency settings for this particular light, and that's with the center LED. If you double press the mode button, you'll see that the SOS mode turns on. And when the SOS mode is on, it blinks, quickly, then slowly, then quickly, then slowly. For beacon mode, just hit the power button, and that turns into the kind of more rapid strobe version. Both of these bright flashing modes are in the full 700 lumens. To turn the light off, just press and hold the power button. The final feature on this light is the lockout mode. So if you're putting this light into long-term storage, or you're traveling with it in your bag and you don't want to make sure it doesn't die on you, you press and hold both the power and mode button, and you'll see the light blinks 3 times to let you know that the light has been locked out. As you can see, as I press the mode or power button, you'll see the light blink, letting you know it's in lockout mode. It's like, hey, I'm in lockout mode, I can't turn on. To unlock the light, just press and hold the power and mode button again, and you'll see the auxiliary light on the side turn on, letting you know the light is ready for use. All right, guys, so that's everything about this light, the size and weight, the features, and how everything works on it. Let's go ahead and take it outside so you can see just how bright this is at night, and kind of the beam color and the floodiness, and just how useful a headlamp like this can be for you. Okay, guys, we're out in the testing area, aka my backyard, and we have the NU33 headlamp on. And we're just going to go through the different modes real quickly so you can see how bright the headlamp is, what the beam throw looks like, and the color of the beam. Okay, so turning the headlamp on, you can see that the 60 lumens mode here is relatively bright. I can see all the way back to the fence there. It is a kind of a general light. It's not a real focused, tight beam there. It's kind of a floody light, which is exactly what you're looking for from a headlamp. Go ahead and go up to the medium mode, which is 200 lumens. This is the 200 lumens, which I think is very usable for most situations. And it's kind of nice as on your head, just wherever you look, the light is pointing straight at. Kind of shaking the light a little bit here. It's very securely on my head, doesn't feel loose or bouncy or anything like that. It's looking exactly where I'm looking. I do have the light pointed down just slightly. It seems like with my natural point of view, having the light pointed down slightly kind of shines what I'm looking directly at. When I had the light in a fully upright position, it was forcing me to kind of roll my eyes up to look upward. So just kind of a side note, when you're using this, you may want to point the light down slightly. Now let's go ahead to the turbo mode. And this is the full 700 lumens. And this is very bright, very useful. Let's go ahead and just walk around real quick. As you can see, the headlamp is plenty bright for most things. Very nice to keep your hands free. So you go out in the shop or work on the car with your hands free. I mean, the 700 lumens is going to be more than enough light for just about anything you would need on a everyday. Be more than enough light for most things. So very nice. All right, that's the white light portion of this video. Let's go ahead and take a look at the red light real quick. All right, and here's the red LED, and as you can see, it's actually pretty bright. I can see the fencing and stuff that's a little ways off. And if I put my hand right in front of the camera, I mean, this is more than bright enough to read maps, maybe even work on something underneath your vehicle or something like that if you don't want to blow out your night vision. So the red light feature on this particular light seems to work pretty well too. All right, that's it for the outside testing. Let's go ahead and head back inside. All right, guys, so we're back inside, and that's how this light works outside. It's really quite a powerful light for the size it is, and the run times on this are quite phenomenal. I mean, 4 hours for the 700 lumens mode is pretty significant. So just to kind of summarize my review here, this light is going to be great for just about everybody. It's not that expensive, and it's going to be a nice, rugged, durable work light if you're a construction worker or a welder or something like that, and you need something for when you're underneath the car or when you're working on some structures out in the shop or something like that, and inspections. This is going to be a great light. Also, with the blinking red modes and some of the SOS mode, it's going to be a great outdoor like walking light at night if you're running training in the mornings and stuff like that, or you're on a bike commuting to work and you want to make sure that people can see you. A light like this can be truly a lifesaver. So a good all-round light between its high-performance beam output and its long run times and the relatively lightweight package it comes in. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, hit that like button below. It helps the channel out a lot. And don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell icon so you're the first to be notified when I release new videos just like this one. Cheers!